Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. What do we got? Well, if you read the title, you obviously know what's going on. Here we go. Just like everybody else on the that does this kind of stuff with the RCs, we got a new set of wheels, right? So this is along with our project, our big build project. These are special unique wheels. These are not just your 1.0 wheels. Pull these suckers out. There you go. Take a look at that. So these are the 1.3 wheels from Injora. And really excited. So they got 2 screws in there just to kind of hold it together. You get your 4 wheels and tires, unmounted of course. Woohoo! We get some stickers. You all know how I feel about stickers. Something to put on the vehicle. So you get your 4 tires and wheels. Very excited about this. It is a 4-piece. So it's got an outer ring and then the inner. So 5 screws in the pinch it together. Really, really nice. Let's see here. Put it on. So in grams? It is in grams, okay. So we're 26 grams just with the wheel. The tire is another 19. Together we're looking at 45 plus some screws. I should say somewhere close to 50. We'll weigh it again when we get it all together. So let's just call it 50 for the sake of that, and so that's 200 extra grams just in the tires. Well, we'll have to weigh the other ones and see what the difference is, but 200 grams rotating weight of course, but down low. These are also on the 70 millimeter by 27, so they're really wide. Everybody talks about how sticky these compounds are, and yeah, definitely out of the box they're sticky. That's for sure. Much stickier than the other ones that I've got, which are the RC 4-wheel drive ones, which have been really great, mind you. Love them. They definitely stick to the foam courses. They do really well on the rocks, all that stuff. So these tires are the Swamp. I'll have to look it up. But they're obviously directional. So you know, some people put them where they're rotating this way. Some people put them where they're rotating the opposite way. Considering, so just depends. I'm going to put them this way so they rotate like this. So we'll be really careful when we put these together to make sure that we're putting the sets together right. But it's really exciting. So I'm gonna put one together, just one. And the reason why I'm only going to put one together, put this away, is I still have paint left, right? So I want that little pop of green on these wheels. I love the black interiors. You can see it's got some, well, diamond cuts or etching in there. I want to maintain that. I like the black. It's really, really nice looking. But this ring, this outer beadlock ring, I'm going to pull off and paint. I want to paint it that green. That way I get just that little ring of green color around it. So That basically means it's anodized, so I'm going to have to go in, I'm going to have to scratch up all this and get the anodizing partially off. I just want to basically make some scratches. The paint should stick to the anodizing, but we just want to make sure that it gets good adhesion, so we're going to scuff it up. But that's not where we're at right now. Let's see, I believe these are supposed to be, yeah, 1.5. Yep. Get that in. All right. It's interesting. There's definitely different screws. You can see this one. Let me get it up to you. Maybe you can see it. Put it behind the black here. You can see. So it's a different screw. It's a countersunk screw, which I like. Where the other ones are the bead heads. Alright, so there's your pieces. Whoops. One of the things I do like is how offset that is. It's right at the edge of the wheel, which means we'll get the pop out, deep dish style, which is really nice. I'm not going to put all the screws around again because I'm going to pop this off, so we're going to leave this the way it is. Really squishy, very sticky, but everybody does this. Oh, look, they stick together. Well, of course they do. They're brand new tires, right? They got decent foam. I'm trying to decide whether I want to. These are vented too, which I like. I won't have to vent the tires. As you know, it's not quite heavy enough. I don't know. They're okay. We'll check the tire once we get it all mounted. We'll see if we want to keep that in. Just be real careful pulling these in and out. You don't want to tear your foams. I know you've heard it a million different times. So these are not the standard, I should say what it is on the side, swamp claws. That's what they are. So these are not your standard swamp claws. These are the 1.3, so they're made specifically to fit this rim. Okay, so don't try to be stretching on a bigger tire. Boy, that fits really nice. Just slides right on in there. Excellent. All right, so ring in first. You just kind of work it in. This is not meant to be a big tutorial on how to make wheels and tires go together. Again, we're just making sure it's nice and centered in there, kind of visually looking, that way we don't have to fight this going in. Boy, everything just slides in so beautifully. Really does. Okay, so you want to check this. There's a flat, which is what's there, and then a countersunk. Obviously we want the countersunk to be showing through. So I have not put these together myself. This will be my first time. So let's see here. We'll put a screw in. See if we can. Even in the ballpark? Yeah. There we go. So just obviously we're going to put more than this in. This is where you just kind of get it set. Double check that it's sitting down nice. There we go. I think. It doesn't want to quite sit in there. There, I think that's grabbing now. There we go. Have to look through our screws, a multitude of screws, to find the rest. Not the ones. There's another one. You do get a ton of screws in this. That's the big thing on this, is you're going to have a ton of these, so just be real careful with them. Try not to overspill them. Oh, look, that's really nice. So they give you some extra hex pins. I'm not sure if you absolutely need them. Here's one. Because for whatever reason, like maybe no, because there's no, you're not getting new hex hubs. But it's nice to have, you know. Thanks, Injora, for giving us extra parts, right? So we get our 5 screws in the back. There we go. And before you tighten it all down, obviously you want to check your bead. Just make sure visually it looks good. Then you tighten down in the star pattern. We're not going to tighten all the way down because we're not actually going to mount them. Completely, because obviously I'm going to take them apart. Just want to get the basic gist of it. So star pattern, right? And a 5 pattern. It's not a 6, so you don't go across here to here, cross, and you go back over here. If I haven't said it enough, these OGRC little wrenches are very nice. Alright, that's obviously we'd have a lot of these beads going across and everything else, but pretty squishy. I like that. We'll get a little bit of squish in it. You can hear the venting. So I don't have to vent the tires. I'm happy with that. That means dirt and debris won't get down the tires. Yeah, one hole, and I'm super impressed with how quickly they rebound. So, alright, that's that. I'm gonna end this part of the video here because obviously I want to paint that and show you that. So once that's all painted, I'll do a quick little video of me spraying a little bit of it just to show you. If you haven't seen, or you want to know how to paint stuff up like this, go back to the video where I did the body and look at that. It's the same basic thing. So you're just going to take some sandpaper and scratch it up. Don't use anything too abrasive. You could use something in the 150. I use 220. Basically what you want to do is just create micro scratches, right? This isn't a giant car. We're not putting a ton of big paint down. So we want to create more of a micro kind of a scratch down there. And that's about really all you want to do, you know. And we're going to mist coats. The reason why we mist coats is we got all these little holes, and we don't want to fill those holes and then have to drill them out or anything else. I mean, if we have to, we will, but the idea is mist coats make it so you don't have to. So we'll have a nice black tire with a ring of green going around it, and I think that's going to look really sharp. Give me 1 second. So what I want to show, there's our current tires, and the Injora tires are right about the same size this way. Obviously much thinner, and people do this all the time. So here's our difference. That tire sits way bigger, way bigger. You can see here how if we put them together, the big differences, right? Along with it, this is a 1-inch rim versus the 1.3, so much bigger, much bigger. And looking forward to putting these monsters on there. Look at that. It's gonna look a bit cartoony for sure, putting these big old things on. But again, this is our comp rig, so I think a bigger tire is gonna really help us out, make it a lot more fun, give us a ton more clearance, that's for sure. Especially if we put the portal axles on here, we're going to be even bigger. Like this will be down here. But this is why we're doing this, right? We want to see what the differences make. And so I'm very excited about these wheels. Currently, it is raining and pouring outside, so we won't be painting these today, tomorrow kind of a thing. We'll be prepping them, and then when we get a nice sunny day is when we'll paint them. We don't want a lot of water and moisture in the air. What we want is something that's nice, sunny day where things basically dry quicker, right, and better. So we can do our coats quickly and then let it sit overnight. I'm going to pop this sucker on just so you can see it, so hold on just a second. Alright, there it is on. Absolutely crazy, right? Kind of almost cartoony. It's see how bad we're going to rub. Yeah, definitely gonna rub on that slider. You can kind of see that in a large turn, but you know. Again, we are going to stretch this, so when we stretch it, that's not going to be a problem. But yeah, going to give a ton more ground clearance, obviously. Gonna be fun. So look for it in the next video. These are going back onto the deadbolt, and we'll miss them, but you know what? It's all about moving forward, right? Having a fun rig, going from there. We might even put these on the deadbolt just for funs. All right. So I'm going to show you the painting and everything else, and then we'll finish up this video once I do that. Alright, here they are, all mounted up on these Swamp Claw tires. Got them directional, so rights and lefts, so that I can turn them whichever way, just depending on which side I put them on. Very happy with that. That green really pops. That's exactly what I wanted on the wheels. You can see with that black around it, it really makes that green pop. I did Loctite, whoops, sorry about that. Did Loctite all the the little bolts in place to make sure they're good. I will never have to take this outer ring off because everything opens from the back there. You can see the 5 screws. That's it to mount. So these Loctite them down if you get the Injora wheels like I did. Put that bead on, Loctite it down. You'll never have to take those off again. There's really no reason to because it all comes from the back. So that's it. Let's get them mounted up. Take a look at what it looks like on the rig. Alright, here they are all mounted up. Yes, they're a bit ridiculous, obviously. Especially makes the body look really, really small. But as you can see, nice big tires. We're getting lots and lots and lots of clearance under here. We're actually getting almost a finger and a half or so underneath. So that should help clear a lot of obstacles. We are going to get the portal axles on this because, as you can see, it's not very wide, and we'll get a little bit of rubbing on that body. We're going to cut it anyways, but we might not need to once we get the portals on there. Turn this around and show the articulation here. So the front, we don't even have to worry about it, even if it comes all the way up. It's not rubbing, it's not going to rub on the frame, none of that, which is great. That's why I love that tapered front there. But yeah, crazy. I love the look of it. Very exciting. Love the pop of green on those wheels. Just really makes it stand out beautifully. So there you go. If you want to take some wheels that you get and make them, match your rig color, or just get a pop of color, you can do it yourself. It just takes a little time, a little effort, and you can get these results. So that's going to do it for this video. Go make it. You can do it. Have a lot of fun. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video.